In the news tonight, St. Bernard's Primary School reopens tomorrow with education and health officials to meet staff early in the morning. A national framework created for investment in the development of and support for the MSME sector. And in sports, the West Indies beaten by Australia within 4 days of the second test in Grenada.
Broadcasting from our studios in the Pine St. Michael, this is CBC NewsNight, starting now.
Good evening, I'm Lisa Broom. Thank you for tuning in. In our top story tonight, St. Bernard's Primary School in Airy Hill, St. Joseph will reopen for class tomorrow following its closure for an industrial cleaning after some students displayed some concerning symptoms. We get the details in this Kent Jerson report.
According to a statement from the Education Ministry, on June 27th, it was informed by the principal of St. Bernard's Primary that 4 members of one class displayed the following symptoms: a rash and peeling skin on their hands. It says the principal was advised to have the parents and guardians of the other students in the class collect their children and take them to be medically assessed. Furthermore, on July 2nd, after a team from the ministry met with the school's staff to hear their concerns and get a deeper understanding of the situation, a visit by personnel from the Environmental Health Department was arranged for the following day. As a result of that visit by 2 members of the Environmental Health Department, along with 2 nurses from the Maurice Bayer Polyclinic, 5 other students were observed with the same symptoms. The statement says, as a consequence, the Chief Medical Officer, the Most Honorable Dr. Kenneth George, was informed, and while given the assurance that he will investigate further, he also advised that an industrial cleaning of the school be undertaken. The Education Ministry says that cleaning was done on July 3rd and 4th. The Education Ministry says the school will open tomorrow, July 7th, for all staff and students, with Chief Medical Officer and the Chief Education Officer, along with their respective teams, meeting with the staff at 8:45 in the morning. Kent Jerson, CBC News.
Cabinet has approved Barbados' 2025 Micro, Small and Medium-Sized Enterprise Strategy. Minister of Energy and Business, Senator Lisa Cummins, says this means Barbados now has a national framework for investment in the development of and support for the MSME sector. She made the announcement at the opening of Fund Access's Keeping It Real video series forum in celebration of World Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Day 2025.
All of you who are Fund Access, small business, and trust loan clients. Through that strategy, we intend to have a roadmap. That roadmap is meant to say to each and every agency what we are doing year on year on year in support of our small businesses. Through the Small Business Association, we also have work which is underway with support of the Central Bank, which is to update the 2016 study on the size of the small business sector. As at 2016, we knew that it was close to 98% of the entire business sector was in the micro, small, and medium-sized category. Now in 2025, we expect to have the benefit of that additional research, which gives us an updated approach.
Minister Cummins says government also intends to roll out support programs, that is, for the micro, small and medium-sized enterprises in the near future. And she's calling on owners of large businesses to support small enterprises, especially by giving them a space on their shelves.
Fixed spaces like these, supermarket shelves, retail shelves, they are a place for global business, but they are also a place for small and local business. And I want to encourage our business community to rally around the support and the development initiatives that are being undertaken by all of the development agencies to ensure that we have businesses that are not world-class in name, but world-class in deed, and that we are able to put businesses on the map right here in Barbados, especially as we talk about prices, we talk about affordability. How do we support those who are right here at home and put them in a position where their businesses are able to grow?
Consumers will be paying less for gasoline and diesel, while the price of kerosene will remain unchanged effective midnight tonight. According to a statement from the Government Information Service, gasoline will cost $3.92 per litre, a reduction of 1 cent, and diesel will retail at $3.22 per litre, a drop of 5 cents. Kerosene will continue to be sold at $1.27 per litre. The price of liquefied petroleum gas will be adjusted as follows. The 100-pound cylinder, $173.53. The 25-pound cylinder, $48.48. The 22-pound cylinder, $42.83, and the 20-pound cylinder, $38.94. A call for Barbadians to support the activity scheduled for this month in St. Phillip as part of that parish's Regathering 2025 celebrations. Director of the Regathering 2025 Secretariat, Senator John King, says the parish organizing committee has been working around the clock to plan exciting events that will showcase the best of St. Phillip. He was addressing this morning's St. Phillip Regathering church service to officially kick off the activities.
Get out and support all, A-L-L, all of the activities that the parish organizing committee has put together for you. They've been working tirelessly. They are members of the project implementation unit who have been working along with them, and they can tell you that they've been grilled and drilled day after day, evening after evening, to ensure that whatever is coming to you is going to be of a high quality.
Meanwhile, Member of Parliament for St. Phillip North, Dr. Sonia Brown, raised concerns about the communities quickly losing their shared values, pointing to rising crime as one of the reasons. She's hoping Regathering will help to foster a return of the community spirit.
Its purpose is to bring us together again to remind us what St. Phillip was and how much better it could be. Visitors and locals alike, this is your opportunity to learn and relearn the rich heritage of St. Phillip. Through all the activities on the calendar and those not on the calendar, St. Phillip has so much to offer. Visit the Quaker burial site in Church Village and the near St. Philip Church with its sandbox tree. You don't see that anywhere, which I think is now flowering.
And Member of Parliament for St. Philip South and Minister of Agriculture, Food and Nutritional Security, Indar Ware, is asking for peace to reign at activities.
The responsibility I give to you, the people of St. Philip, as we do this regathering, is to commit to make sure that we make St. Philip proud, and to make sure that whatever we do, it is done in peace and harmony. And that as we celebrate, we remember that every business person in St. Philip will benefit from the opportunities to participate in whatever events are taking place in this constituency. Those on our calendar and those pop-up events that are not on the calendar.
Coming up on Newsnight, students of Arthur Smith Primary School encouraged to imagine, believe, and achieve. Graduates of the Arthur Smith Primary School are being urged to unlock their potential. They've also been told to imagine, believe, and achieve as they embark on the next journey of their lives, entering their respective schools come September. Rachel Irgard has that story.
Kriston Armstrong. Sustained effort.
Athletics and academics. Some of the areas students of the Arthur Smith Primary School continue to excel in. And over the last academic year, they have continued to shine in every aspect once given the opportunity. During his address, Principal John Quinton said the boys dominated the Barbados Secondary School's entrance examination results. And he says Arthur Smith Primary will continue to produce boys of caliber.
So all is not lost. You can tell the Prime Minister, Mr. Senior Minister, that all is not lost on the boys. That Arthur Smith Primary is producing boys of a caliber. Quality young men. And that's what we must continue. As we see the society with all the violence and stuff, we got to teach these boys that they can make a difference.
Personal Ministries Director of the Eastern Caribbean Conference of the Seventh-day Adventists, Pastor Dale Haynes, told the students it's time to unearth their brilliance, and he urged them to never settle for what he termed almost results. And he stressed there is always room for improvement and implored the students to keep learning.
In life, you have capabilities, you have ability, but what I've learned, you need you need bounce back ability. I'd rather be short on cash than short on character. You see what I mean, everybody? You've got to commit to the process. And then I did some research. Since this school is into research and qubits and all these things, I did some research, ma'am. You have a lot of donors here. I did some research. All successful people, all achievers. And I found out that they have one blood type. And that blood type is B positive. You can't be negative, yes?
Valedictorian Tyrell Carew Stevens and his classmates are now preparing for the battle ahead.
We have made it. We have defeated every challenge that came our way and have made it to the end of the chapter. We are now preparing for many battles ahead. We have made many friends along the way. And to my fellow peers, there's only one way to go, and that is up. Reach for the sky.
Rachel Agard, CBC News.
Prime Minister Mia Amor-Motley has described late media practitioner Ricky Singh as a 100% Caribbean journalist. She says, like many of his counterparts, Mr. Singh had his roots in one nation, but his heart and spirit flowed throughout the region like the Caribbean Sea. Prime Minister Motley says whether it was in his native Guyana, Trinidad or Barbados, which he called home for more than 4 decades, Mr. Singh was a household name. According to her, few commanded the respect he did when it came to regional politics and current affairs, as his byline was synonymous with every major political occurrence in the region for more than half a century. Mr. Singh passed away on Saturday in Barbados. The Prime Minister has also paid tribute to Patrick Foster. She says the passing of the legendary artist, playwright, actor, director and author will leave a huge void in many areas of national creative enterprise. Ms. Motley says whether through his sketches or paintings, writing or directing, the Guyanese-born has left a body of work and legacy of creativity that provide a rich cultural playbook of Caribbean life as the perfect guide for any young and aspiring thespian. According to Ms. Motley, Barbados and the region have lost a legend, but she's confident that the works he has left behind will sustain appetites for the highest quality offerings of the arts for years to come.
Barbados men's under-19 team has moved to 2-0 in the West Indies Rising Stars Championship by today claiming a 144-run win over the Trinidad and Tobago under-19s. Payne Connery batting first, the Bajans posted 295 for 8. Joshua Dorn led with 79, Zachary Carter 78 and 57 from Zondre Baptiste. TNT were then bowled out for 151. RJ Gittes led the way with 4 for 63. Well, the semi-finals of the Barbados Football Association's Champions Cup is currently in play at the BFA turf in Wildy. Paradise and Weymouth are squaring off in the first semi-final, while in just over half hour's time it will be Britain's Hill and Kickstart Rush in the other semi. Let's take a look at those two teams' quarterfinals matches. Up for grabs, the spot in the Champions Cup semis, and after a full 90 minutes of a goalless game, we're staring down the barrel of possible extra time between Britain's Hill and Pro Shotters. Until this happened, 2 minutes of added time and a free kick is awarded to Britain's Hill. Stepping up to take it is Ngozi Reid. And here he goes from yards out. One bounce and the keeper is beaten, and that's all it took. A single goal on the brink of time. Britain's Hill 1-0 winners and the ticket secured for that penultimate stage. And there was set up a date with Kickstart Rush, who after a goalless first half understood it was time to up the ante. And in this, the 78th minute, just what they needed was achieved. Thanks to Jalen Jokes, who slid in to ensure that masterful cross had meaning, an eruption of celebration in the Kickstart camp. Ellerton left on the fence. And they weren't done there. 6 minutes later, to seal the deal, another cross comes in, this time from the left, and there to volley into the top left pocket is Nathan Skeet. Kickstart Rush also finding themselves still in with a chance at Champions Cup glory. Ellerton beaten 2-0. Now, hundreds flocked to the sold-out Usain Bolt Sports Complex last night for the inaugural staging of the Barbados Grand Prix. The region's newest track and field meet attracted some of the most promising athletes from across the Caribbean to compete for glory in the team event. In the end, the Panthers were the winners, scoring 104 points. Outlaws were second with 99, Lions third on 89, and Eagles fourth on 87. CBC's Anne-Margaret Boyce takes a look at some of the highlights.
200 meters to go. It's a ding-dong battle between Williams in lane number 5 and Johnson of the Lions. But here comes Barbados' very own Shadia Williams and Johnson. It looks like Shadia Williams of Barbados will take the first event for the Barbados Grand Prix 2025. Gill is leading at the moment. Johnson with some work to do, so too as the Bahamian. Deshaun Boyce coming around as well, but here comes Kyle Gill. He will come off the curve out on the front. Here comes Boyce. Gill is fading. Deshaun Boyce comes to the front, and it's going to be Deshaun Boyce to win the men's 400 meter. Up they go. Aragon Straker in lane number 3 has got a really good start. So too is Karan Griffith in lane number 1. They come off the bend, and it looks like Griffith who leads them coming off the bend. But look at the athlete there running in lane number 6. That's Ross Waldron, who looks really good. Waldron will get there. Liai of the Panthers is off to a good start. So too's Niles of the Lions. And in the middle, it's Lewis as well from the Eagles. This is a close finish. Looks like Michel Liai. There's a roar from the crowd. Howell is off to a good start. Tosu's Maynard and Crow, all the running in the middle. But this is going to be done deal. Oh, what a performance. Devontae Howell, born in Barbados, represents the Cayman Islands. He has stunned the field here at the Usain Bolt Sports Complex.
Barbadian surfer Rafael Gade went out of the men's shortboard competition in today's second round of the Pan American Surf Association Games in Guatemala. Competing in Heat 2, he had an overall wave total of 5.24 to finish 4th and way out of contention to advance. Yesterday, the other two Barbadian surfers, Tommaso Layson and Jaden Hill, did not make it out of the repechage round 2. Now, there is still hope for Barbados as the lone female on the team, top surfer Chelsea Tuak, will begin her women's campaign tomorrow, and so too longboard surfer Noah Campbell. Now, Barbados delivered a commanding performance at the inaugural CARICOM Classic Junior Under-16 Chess Championship, capturing both gold and silver in the individual event. Malik Sinclair and National Under-16 champion Noah Clark emerged as the stars of the tournament, each finishing with 7.5 points. Their head-to-head draw in round 7 meant the title will be decided on tie breaks. Sinclair's stronger opponent's score of 54 earned him the gold, while Clark's 51.5 secured the silver. In the CARICOM Classic Team Championship, Barbados stunned defending champions Trinidad and Tobago with a dramatic 2-1.5 victory in the final round, handing Jamaica their first ever CARICOM team title. Barbados ended in 4th with 13 match points and 22.5 game points.
And that's our news for tonight. On behalf of the entire team, thank you for tuning in. Good night.